Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Box with the Technical Trader. It's turnaround Tuesday night, September the 20th, 2011, possibly. The market sure closed negatively today near the lows for the session. Today we're going to go over the box of shorts. There are quite a few to talk about, so let's get to them. I want to show you some of the patterns. Domtar UFS, which had broken hard, has gone a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave move up, back up towards the resistance zone. And if this bear flag of sorts here breaks, we should see a move down to release retest this 64.5 zone. Should that break, something in the mid-50s could be had. CCMP, topping for an odd pattern, big thrust to the downside, bear wedge, that broke down, another bear wedge, and today dropped $1.20 or 3%, but if this thing gets down below 35, we can see it fall into the low 30s pretty quickly. Rockwell Automation, massive head and shoulders top, broke down hard, then formed a big wedge here, and we'll see this stock into the mid-40s if it starts to fall apart here. MCO rallied back to triple resistance here and may very well roll over here and get down into the mid-20s. That's our target if it takes out the 27.5 area. Parker Hannifin, big head and shoulders top, a very sharp break from the high 80s down to the low 60s, followed by a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave move with this fifth wave falling short and beginning to roll over here down 208 at 3% today. If it breaks down below this line, I can see the stock falling into the high 50s. IPCM broke here, snapped back twice and couldn't get through, but held 3 times as support of that line. This recent rally fell short, and now we've rolled over here. We're down a little bit today, but if we crack down below 35, the stock could fall into the $30 range. Diodes very sharply breaking downward channel. You can see where support here was broken that led to this decline. Then the following bear flag, the hard rollover, and another bearish consolidation in here could lead to more downside and a fifth wave down. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth wave down could get it into the 14-15 zone. PF Chang's looking pretty ugly and continuing in a falling flag, so to speak, which could lead to something in the low 20s. Freeport McMoran, FCX, broke the neckline here, snapped back once, twice, and rolled over hard. Now is in a falling wedge of sorts and could spike down to get into the mid-30s before not too long. Bio-Rad Laboratories, after breaking this head and shoulder top, came down very hard from the mid-120s to the mid-90s, formed a bear wedge, broke down, snapped back to retest it, and now it's falling away again, down 246 today, and the stock looks like it could fall apart and roll over down into the low to mid-80s. AGCO, after cracking this top, this neckline, rallied back in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave move right up to that resistance line, starting to fall away here, dropping a couple percent today. If it does crack down below the 38 range, I'm looking for move down to 32.3. Armstrong Worldwide, AWI, forming a bearish wedge here, could see a retest of the July 2010 lows down around the 28.5, 29 zone. First test will be around 33. Sotheby's BID breaking a massive head and shoulders top and then came back here in a bearish wedge formation right near the moving averages. This could roll over hard and fall down after a 1, 2, 3, 4 wave. We may get a fifth wave down and complete this move down towards 25.6. HP, Helmerich and Payne, after double topping and cracking here, has formed a bearish wedge today down $1.43. Looks like it may be coming out of that wedge. It could fall rather sharply down to test this zone here. Let's call it across this double top down here in this zone around 42.5, 43-ish, something of that nature. Currently trading at 51. FOSL, very sharp drop out from 130 down to the 70 range. And then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave move, but unable to get through that resistance line and beginning to fall over down 325 today. If this wedge cracks, expect a sharp test down into the mid-80s, perhaps even the mid-70s for FOSL. INFA, Abercrombie and Fitch broke the trend line, broke and snapped back to it, came down, made a lower low, and then formed a rising wedge. This looks to me like it could roll over and come down into the low 50s. Tenneco, TEN. Massive top formation, multiple tops, broke down hard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave, consolidation and a break rollover here could come down hard towards 23.5 or so. Gentex, GNTX, breaking a top formation, came down also consolidating in this 5-wave consolidation below resistance. Folks, these aren't difficult to see. You can see right now where resistance is up in this zone. Anything above, say, 27 on this one, for example, would be a stopping point. But if it does break here, a test of the 22 zone and then perhaps even down in the 18, 19 zone could take place. Staples falling apart. Big bearish wedge here. If it does retest, we should at least get it down towards the 12, 12.5 zone. Weight Watchers, current swing trade for us, has broken a topping pattern, come down hard, bounced, has now got a falling bearish flag type pattern that if it cracks could come down hard into the mid 40s. Trex, TREX. I'm reluctant to short this now because it's come down so far, more than half, but this is a bearish wedge. It could lead to at least a retest of the lows near 15. Timken, TKR, broke the top, came down hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave move with a truncated 5th wave here and perhaps a rollover about to begin. Look for a move into the mid to high 20s in the zone. F5 Networks, FFIV, broke this key support, came down forming a bear wedge. This could come down into the 60-62 zone. Open Table, you can see is in a sharply declining pattern, down another 223 or 4.3% today to a new 52-week low. I'm not sure where this stops, but this has had one ugly decline from near 120 down to under 50, and yet doesn't look like it's ready to bottom yet. Quest Software, in a very, very negative pattern, and now consolidating. Is it going to get some more downside? Perhaps down into the 12, 14 zone. Informatica, big break, bear flag, another break, rally to resistance, a breakdown below this key support level, and a snap back to the declining top line moving average. But it may not be done, and I'd look for something in the low 30s on this one if the market breaks. KRA also cracking hard in a sliding channel formation. A bit oversold for me, and I wouldn't short it in here unless we got a rally back up towards 2021 zone. Scott's Miracle-Gro had a really negative decline, a bear wedge, a break of key support, and a plunge, a sharp rally back to resistance, and maybe falling over here, down a couple percent today, but if it breaks here, we could see a quick run down into the low 40s again. ASMI, big top pattern, broke down, rallied back, and made lower lows before forming this bear wedge. Where's it going? My guesstimate is around 19. FLS, Flowserve, another very negative pattern, bear wedge, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 waves. Maybe we get a 5th down towards the low 70s. GGG, Graco, broke hard. It's formed a falling wedge here. This thing could could fall and dramatically into the high 20s before it's over. And a couple more CYD and a bearish wedge within the confines of a declining channel. If it breaks here, you may see 12, 13 pretty quickly. And finally, and that is it for today, actually. So you guys, there's an awful lot to choose from. Take a look at some of these charts, go over them again, and you'll find some ideal situations for shorting here. Have a good evening.